guys ready to roast the fuck out of Blake Midgette?
Kill him!
Alright. Well, right now, I'm going to introduce the people who will be doing the roasting. One by one, so give them a round of applause. Coming to the stage now, Mr. Ray Bullock. Jerry Cullum. Ron Rogers. Jason Klingman. James Polk. Jeff Curran. Chris Martin. Kenny Wingle. And David Marie Garland. I'm your roast master. My name's Joe Hafke. Let's bring to the stage the lovable, huggable sack of shit. The reason we're all here, Blake Midgette!
Hi guys.
It's great to be here with you guys tonight. I still can't figure out why the fuck we are here. Seriously, why are we roasting this guy? I thought roasts were meant for successful, dignified people. The only thing noteworthy about Blake is that he's the living answer to the question of what to do if your life's a joke. Seriously, why the fuck are we roasting this guy? Although Courtney Love did get a roast, and Blake is kind of the Courtney Love of Richmond comedy. Both are bumbling drunks who went down on Kurt Cobain for heroin. And oh, is Blake's alcoholism legendary. Blake spewed on more carpets than most dogs. Kentucky Gentleman sends him a letter a month begging him to stop. His liver is so pickled that Vlasic is currently in a copyright lawsuit. Most of us here know Blake as a comedian that drunkenly yells the same 13-minute set about clenching his fists and inserting it in some poor whore's baby maker. But before his days as a funny man, Blake was in a marginally famous band called Page 99. He still wears a t-shirt. Which begs the question, if it's not cool to wear the shirt of the band you're going to see at a concert, then what is it to wear the shirt of the band that you were in with 17 other people that broke up 6 years ago? Oh, I know. Desperate and pathetic. But he still gets laid. And often. It's weird when a guy sleeps with at least 3 women a week whose tits are smaller than his.
That's fucking brilliant.
The one good thing about Blake's departure is that the STD rate among VCU art students is going to drop precipitously in about 1 month. All kidding aside, Blake, you're one of my best friends in this city. I love you to death. Thank you for letting me fuck you in the ass with jokes. Enough with the sentimental bullshit. Let's get this shit show started, shall we? To call this next roaster washed up would be an insult to beaches.
All these things are facts.
Give it up for the bald, bespectacled bulldog and the godfather of Richmond comedy, Mr. Ray Bullock.
Thank you. The bucket.
Go. Fuck you, stand back up.
Are you fucking? It's gonna be one of these, huh?
Yeah. The shots. I know you've had them in your dick.
All right.
Oh. Now that that's out of the way, give it up for Joe Hackey, everybody. Joe Hackey. And thank Joe Hackey. Thank him. Because without Joe Hackey, none of us would be here. He saved us all. When he dropped that ring in the fires of Mountain Dune and killed Sauron with the 7 other fucking hobbits, you short keeper making cookies in a tree, bearded fuck. Give it up for him. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention some of the other people on this dais. We got James Polk. Where are you? James Polk. Proof that if you're unemployed and don't bathe, you too can rise to the bottom. Alrighty. Bill Metzger couldn't be here tonight. Apparently he's too cool for us or whatever, but he's here in spirit. And every single time I see Bill Metzger, I just want him to scream on stage, "This is Sparta!" You Jesus-looking fuck. It'd be funnier if he was here, but he's not. So I hope he catches something from Blake. Anyway, we have Kenny Wingle. Give it up for Kenny Wingle. God love you, Kenny Wingle! Kenny Wingle is Native American Indian. And every single time I hear that, I say, why didn't my great-grandfather have just one more blanket? Alrighty.
That's fine.
And Jared Cullum, good friend of mine, Jared Cullum. Nice guy. I wish I could say something bad about Jared Cullum, but I owe him money. Oh, fuck it, here we go. I'm afraid to do a joke about Jared Cullum because if I do, he'll tell a joke about me again and again and again and again and again for 2.5 years. Then he'll say I got a new joke and it's pretty much the same joke that he's going to tell again and again and again. Chris Martin, right over here, Chris Martin. You are funny, I like you, Chris. It's too bad you look like the Unabomber and the Ewok had a fucking kid. Alright. Brown Frown, is that heroin addict here yet?
No, he's at the beach.
He's at the beach, that's good. I liked his act better when he was called Bobcat Goldthwait. Alright. Fuck that guy too. But I'm gonna keep this short. I'm actually gonna get right to the guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Midgette. Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Midgette. Blake. Blake Midgette. No, they do, because you know why? Because Blake is an artist. That's right. It's not because he keeps the fan-free clinic open. No! No. It's not because the homeless of Richmond look at Blake and say, fuck, at least I'm not that guy. No. And it's also not the fact that he's fucked over more 14-year-old girls than Miley Cyrus canceling a concert. No! It's because he's an artist. He won't kiss corporate ass to perform in some big comedy club or teabag Jesse Thomas. No! He won't do that. He will not. He'll suck off Joe Hackey to do comedy for free. That's what he does. It's true. Like 2 more things before I get out of here, though. I want to give you a gift, sir. I want to give you something. It's something that you've never seen and that I know you have never used before. But for the sake of Richmond, and not only for the Richmond and Austin, Texas, where you're moving to, but for the sake of the world, I'm giving you a condom. Yeah, I know it's foreign, dude. Trust me. You want it. You really do. You put it on your dick, dude. That way you don't have to get the swab again. I'm just saying. That's right. The only difference between Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson is that people actually know who Tommy Lee is. Anyway, that wasn't funny. Fuck you people. They can't all be gems. This was written 4 shots ago. Anyway, the second thing I'm going to give Blake, no bullshit, dude. I know it's supposed to be a roast. I know we're supposed to be making fun of it and all that. Here's a story about Blake Midgette. First time Blake, the only time Blake performed at the Funny Bone. All the comics that perform there regularly are telling Blake, hey man, just go up there, keep it kind of toned down, get your regular work. As soon as we all leave, he leans in James Polk gear and says, I'm going to go up there and be as dirty as I fucking want to be just to make a point. And that keeps the city honest, Blake, seriously. You are an actual fucking artist, and I will sit here and say with all sincerity, if there's any comic out of Richmond that's going to make a big noise, it's going to be you. And 25 years from now, when like the comics of that day are going to be talking about who influenced them, I guarantee your name is going to be mentioned along the lines of Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce, and I mean that fucking sincerely, dude. I'm not part of your clique, dude, but I love you. Good luck in Austin, baby.
This next guy to roast Blake posted pictures of his new haircut on Facebook last week. Because obviously we give a shit. Help me welcome to the stage a good friend, Mr. Jared Cullen.
All right. How's it going? All right. Thanks, Joe, for bringing me up. Joe's taught me a lot about comedy. I know for one thing, he has shown me personally that it is possible to be a short person and even with a nasal voice and a sort of general smug personality, that's possible, that you can be that way. But he's good, he's taught me a lot. Like, he's a master of long setups and jokes, like really keeping the room. Because I'll tell you, like, sometimes I've sat through entire sets without laughing once.
These things are fast.
To hear Ray pipe up. This dig-looking gentleman sitting next to me, he made a joke about me repeating jokes, telling jokes over again. That's called, for those of you who don't do anything in comedy, it's called crafting a joke. You tell it over and over again so you can get it better. Great. It's like folding a samurai sword, getting it tight and nice. Ray will get there someday. He's got to figure out what a punchline is.
I'll keep back.
Ray always brings up that he's fat. Anyway. Really though, I mean, they say comedians are the saddest clowns in the room. And I think Ray's career has proven that. Really though, honestly, I was trying to think. I didn't even get to what I fucking wrote for him. Ray, I was trying to think of a joke for Ray, and all I could think of was like, I wonder what his high school reunion would be like. I was just picturing like a big cafeteria, so there's people and everybody's hanging out, drinking, sipping stuff by a punch bowl, and then there's Ray at home, masturbating with his own tears. Really though, I am honestly glad Ray got to go first, because if he went after me, he'd just say all of what I said.
I love
it. Okay. Chris Martin's here. He's a good friend of mine. He's been with me since the beginning. He's with me since the first time I started doing stand-up comedy. He came out to the show. He's very encouraging. In a lot of ways, I feel like he's a dad to me. Not just because he's really old. Like really, Joe's considering putting a bedpan by the stool for the old ladies. And doing like a bathroom break between sets for everybody. Jeff Curran's here. He's a good guy. I know I've always been a proponent for anybody looking to get into comedy, that anybody can try comedy for the first time. And I think that Jeff has proved that anybody can try comedy. And keep trying. Kidding Legal. He's a good friend of mine. He's Indian. He always talks about being an Indian. And I think it's interesting. A lot of people who are of Indian descent will go to different festivals, get together with other Indians, or prepare food. Or they'll read history. Well, I know Kenny wouldn't do that, but it's good to see that Kenny, in order to get in touch with his Indian heritage, just gets really drunk before every set. So,
Yeah, Blake.
It's interesting though, because getting really drunk or getting really high does not make you funny. James Polk has proven that. James Polk always makes fun of me because I'm a vegetarian, which means I don't eat meat. Which I think is weird, because his diet consists of like 10% vegetables and like 87% cock. He drew a dick on my notes. What is like? David Murray Garland's here.
Yeah!
There he is. That guy's fucking brilliant. I really like him. I love where he's gone with comedy. I can't wait. I'm really gonna follow his career because he's the type you'll see eventually on Comedy Central or HBO with the sex offender registry. Jason Kleeman's back there. I don't want to say he's a hick. He's not gonna do that. But I will say I'm up here and I can smell him from here. And it smells like Mountain Dew and failure. Did I get him? This is something for comics and anyone for any field. I'd be like, my mom's always said to me that you'll never really know true success until you stare failure right in the eyes. And I want to thank Blake Midgette for that. I feel like he's giving me that gift. I heard about Blake and people were like, you gotta watch this guy. Because he's an open micer, but he sounds like he's trying to be like Dave Attell. And I was like, that is really generous. Like I said earlier, I do consider myself a student of comedy. It's a very mathematic thing that I love, and I love to break things down, and so I took some time to create a sort of grid analysis of how to write jokes like Blake Midgette that I thought everyone would be interested in, so that we could all further understand the man Blake Midgette. So I like to diagram out comedy into things and try to discover in better ways and different layers of what comedy is. So what I did was I wrote this diagram of how to write jokes like Blake Midgette. And so we have, this is how to write jokes like Blake Midgette. You can see. Okay. And then, okay. Step 1. Find something really disgusting and unfunny to talk about. And that's it. That's I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say. Really, when I met Blake, I heard that he was in a band. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I wonder what doo-wop band him and Chris Martin are in. Because music's changed a lot since the 50s and the 60s. It's an important thing. But the time that I would consider to be Blake's prime, I guess, is what I'm referring to. But then I was informed that it was a rock band, which is way cool. A lot of my heroes are in rock bands and are ex-rock bands. Like, take for example, Jello Biafra, who Dead Kennedys. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Jello Biafra, incredible singer. He did a lot with punk rock. And then after the band, Jello went on to run for political office. He raised a lot of money for equal rights, a lot of awareness for equal rights. And Blake got chlamydia and wrote jokes about fisting people, which is nice. And also groomed a lot of dogs. I'm not trying to, I don't mean to be like rude. and insult him because of his past. I'm not trying to say that he's a failed musician. I'm not trying to say he's a failed musician that then tried comedy, because that'd be James Polk. And we're not talking about him anymore. I am a fan of Blake Midgette's comedy. I'm a fan of getting to know the man over the past year. I've gotten to know him. I do think he's a very talented person. He's definitely someone, I think, in 10 years that we'll definitely see headlining internationally. Or in a cardboard box behind an Arby's, jerking dudes off. And I say this to say, as a gentleman, either way, I will support his career. And come on his tits. What?
Jared Cullum, everybody. All right. If there's anyone less deserving to be here than Blake, it's this next guy who spends his day serving sandwiches to hipsters. Help me welcome to the stage, Mr. Ron Rogers.
It's very nice to be here roasting Blake at the Cougar Den. Been watching a lot of roasts recently. It's really good to see Lisa Lampanelli here sucking dudes off in the back. Blake Midgette is to Richmond comedy what Jefferson Davis is to Richmond comedy. His leaving came as a surprise to all of us, mainly because we thought that was part of his parole, that he was supposed to be within state borders. But who knows? Also, with his recent job at Dogma, I felt like Blake really found his calling, picking fleas off of dirty bitches. He's practiced for years and years. But me and Blake had fun. We had fun, right? We get drunk a lot. This one time, me and Blake were getting drunk, and we got so drunk that he passed out, and I shoved a dead baby up his ass. And then he woke up and he was like, "Oh my God," and I was like, "Dude, sorry. That was Suntex miscarriage." Oh! We have fun, right? We have fun. But really, what is the difference between Blake and a pile of dead babies? For one, pile of dead babies is funny. For two, pile of dead babies is known to give me an erection. Another funny drunk story that me and Blake had. Blake was wasted this night. He was just fucking gone, and I had convinced him that an outlet was a girl's vagina. I was really impressed when he started licking it. I was amazed when he shoved his dick in it. And then he pulled it out, and it was bright blue and pink and sizzling, and his cum sparkled. And it was the most memorable 4th of July ever.
I like that.
I thought that shit was funny.
It is funny.
Oh yeah, I have to roast other people. That's right. I don't know most of these people. So, Joe Hafke, I really liked you as the douchebag in Mallrats. James Polk, you were great as the bag of dicks guy in Pearl Harbor. Jared Cullum, I really liked you with the ball gag in Daredevil. Bill Metzler, you were funny finger banging in Dogma. David Garland, what the fuck, J-Lo? Geely? That was amazing. Kenny Wingle, chasing Amy, impressive. Jeff Curran, Boiler Room, really enjoyed that. Jason Klingham, you were great in reindeer games. Chris Martin. Armageddon, Billy Bob, a little bit different there. And then lastly, I love in this Brown Frown the Clown as the psychiatrist in Good Will Hunting. All right. That's all I got. Thank you. Let's do something good. Let's do something good.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Thanks for ruining the spelling bee, asshole.
Keep it going for Ron Rogers, guys. You get an A for effort, but an F in general.
More effort.